2014, at the Met Gala, elevator footage leaked of Beyonce's sister, Solange, fighting Jay-Z while Beyonce just stood there and watched. Now, this footage shocked the internet and it was all anyone could talk about. So the family then put out a statement saying Jay and Solange each assume their share of responsibility for what has occurred. They both acknowledged their role in this private matter that has played out in the public. They both apologized to each other and we have moved forward as a united family. Why did Solange attack him though? Well, it was due to cheating rumors. Now, nothing was ever confirmed, but when Beyonce released her album Lemonade in 2016, she practically confirmed the cheating rumors, including the lyrics like "death to side chicks" and the infamous "he only want me when I'm not there, he better call Becky with the good hair." Now, this prompted fans to look for this so-called Becky. In 2017 though, Jay-Z admitted to cheating on Beyonce and said that they worked through it. Yep, in an exclusive interview with Dean Bankett for the New York Times, Jay-Z admitted to cheating on his wife Beyonce while they were still married, blaming it on his childhood issues. He stated, "The hardest thing is seeing pain on someone's face that you have caused and then having to deal with yourself. You have to survive, so you go into survival mode, and when you go into survival mode, what happens? You shut down all emotions," he said. Now, as the conversation progresses, he elaborates on the main reason he cheated. "So even with women, you gonna shut down emotionally so you can't connect. In my case, like it's deep, and then all these things happen from there, infidelity." He went on to say that after numerous rounds of therapy and a persistent attempt to improve his marriage, the two overcame this and they ended up staying together. Now, in June 2022, it was reported that Shakira had recently dumped her partner of more than a decade, Gerard Piqué, after she caught him with another woman. Now, the singer and the soccer star, who share two sons, soon confirmed their split, though they didn't speak on the infidelity allegations. That changed in January 2023 though, when Shakira released a diss track that included lyrics taking shots at Gerard and his new girlfriend, who's 12 years younger than him. "You're acting so weird, I don't even recognize you. I'm worth two 22-year-olds, Shakira sings. And then she went on to insult his intelligence. But there's more. Reports also surfaced claiming that Shakira figured out the cheating because she returned home after a trip to discover that someone had eaten some of the jam she kept in the fridge in the home she shared with Gerard. He and their sons all hate jam, so it had to be someone else who ate it, and that was the girl he cheated on her with. Now, when asked about this rumor during her interview with The Times, Shakira denied the claim, insisting that it was not true. But hey, I think it would be super crazy if that actually happened. Now, Us Weekly confirmed in March 2023 that Tom Sandoval and Ariana Madix split after nearly 10 years together after he cheated on her with their Vanderpump Rules co-star Raquel Leviss. Apparently, Ariana learned about the affair when Tom and his band performed one of his new musical singles live. Tom and Raquel visited his hometown of St. Louis in December 2022, but not to the knowledge of Ariana. Tom reportedly wanted to bring Raquel around his friends and family, though some declined to spend time with them as they thought the whole situation was inappropriate. Now, after this was revealed, Tom then posted an apology to his Instagram page, saying, "I want to first and foremost apologize to everyone I've hurt through this process. Most of all, I want to apologize to Ariana. I made mistakes, I was selfish, and I made reckless decisions that hurt somebody I love. No one deserves to feel that pain so traumatically and publicly." Then there was the explosive Vanderpump Rules reunion, and it was honestly just a huge yelling match. Speaking about their breakup and Tom's infamous cheating scandal, Ariana said, "Clearly, in the last 7 months, he was a pathological liar. It's no hard for me to look back at 9 years, and if I tell myself he's a pathological liar, that means the last 9 years of my life were potentially a lie." Now, she even shared that they went into couples counseling and her intention was to fix their relationship. But she later learned that Tom was already cheating on her when they went to counseling and that he was using it as a means to break up with her. Now, Gavin Rossdale and Gwen Stefani were the 90s grunge power couple who got married in 2002. Now, Gwen had given birth to their youngest child, Apollo, in 2014 when a bombshell dropped. It was revealed that Gavin had an affair with their nanny, Mandy Mann. Gwen discovered explicit texts between Rossdale and the nanny. Now this led to a divorce in 2015, and Gwen has opened up about the scandal, saying, "My dreams were shattered. All I wanted my whole life was to have babies, be married, like what my parents have." Apparently, he was cheating on her for 3 years. Since then though, she has been very happy with Blake Sheldon, so that's a plus. Probably one of the last good cheating scandals to come out of the year 2022 was when the world found out that Good Morning America hosts TJ Holmes and Amy Robach were having an affair. Now this wasn't exposed by their partners, but by the Daily Mail. They published photos of the co-workers taken across several outings, from getting drinks at a New York City bar to loading up a car at a cottage upstate. Now neither the broadcasters immediately addressed the photos or revealed whether they had split from their respective spouses. Now TJ had been married to his wife for 12 years, and Amy was married to her husband for 12 years as well. Now in January 2023, the couple decided to walk away from their positions as co-anchors after being caught in their affair scandal. A statement was released which read, "After several productive conversations with Amy Robach and TJ Holmes about different options, we all agree it's best for everyone that they move on from ABC News. We recognize their talent and commitment over the years, and we are thankful for their contributions." But now for the plot twist. Andrew Shue and Marley Feibeg, their exes, announced in December 2023 that they bonded over the traumatic experience of their very public messy breakups, and they ended up getting together. Now they actually just made their red carpet debut last week. So yep, their exes are now dating. This whole situation is honestly just crazy. And finally, there's Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne. They've been married since 1982, but it hasn't always been sunshine and rainbows. We knew there were some cheating scandals over the years, as in 2016, Ozzy was allegedly involved in a 4-year love affair with celebrity hair colorist Michelle Pugh. "When I say he gave me the greatest love of my life, I mean it," she told People exclusively about Ozzy, whom she claimed first pursued her 1 year after she first colored his hair in late 2011. "He made me feel like the most beautiful and worshipped woman in the world." Now Ozzy's rep said he is sorry if Miss Pugh took their relationship out of context. He would like to apologize to the other women he has been having relationships with. Since his relationship with Miss Pugh was exposed, Ozzy has gone into intense therapy. However, Michelle maintains Ozzy was unhappy in his marriage and consistently and willingly and generously gave her his love. Now we found out way more about this though in an interview with The Telegraph back in 2017, as Sharon said there wasn't just one woman, there were 6 of them, and that he had women in different countries. Basically, if you're a woman giving Ozzy either a back rub or a trolley of food, God help you, she said. But in 2016, Ozzy entered rehab for addiction, and when he was released, the couple renewed their vows and commitment to each other. "I made a huge mistake," Ozzy told Hello Magazine. "Without Sharon, I am nothing. I love her, and I can honestly say that I've never loved anybody more than my wife." So yeah, they're still together to this day.
Brittany Snow, the beloved star of the Pitch Perfect franchise and other movies from the early 2000s like Hairspray, caught her ex-husband Tyler Stanaland cheating on her after seeing a dating app installed on his phone. After keeping her relationship with Tyler relatively private, the two actually went through a very public divorce when Snow discovered she'd been cheated on. Now, Snow began dating Stanaland, a real estate agent who actually appeared in Netflix's reality TV show Selling the OC back in 2018 after he slid into her DMs. Snow said, "We had a bunch of friends in common, and he actually reached out to me on Instagram with a really lame pickup line. From there, the romance blossomed quite quickly, and the two tied the knot in 2020 in an intimate Malibu ceremony." Fast forward 2 years to September 2022, less than a month after Stanaland's Selling the OC premiered on Netflix, when the news broke that the couple had gone their separate ways in a joint Instagram statement that said, "We have realized we need to take some time and make sure we are each living our most fulfilling and authentic lives. We started this journey as best friends, and our relationship will continue to be a priority not only for us, but for our dog, Charlie. We sincerely appreciate your support and ask for privacy as we navigate this new chapter." Their divorce was finalized in July 2023, and immediately rumors began to swirl about why this seemingly in love couple had fizzled out, with many speculating that Tyler's flirtatious relationships with his co-stars could be to blame. However, Snow remained, relatively silent on the subject until an appearance on the Call Her Daddy podcast, when the actress opened up about the various challenges that the past couple of years have had for her. She hinted on the podcast that she had seen an app that was meant for dating without, specifically stating which one it was, and that's what triggered her to kind of dig deeper and find out what was going on. And, while the details of her marriage and divorce are unique to Snow's life, she still shared many little nuggets of wisdom that those who've been cheated on can actually learn from, to not only pick themselves back up, but to guard themselves from experiencing the same heartbreak again. Here are some of the best lessons that Snow actually shared. She said, don't ignore red flags because you're in love. She explained, I had instincts, and I think because I was so in love, I didn't trust them. So upon discovering her husband's alleged infidelity, she was shocked. She went on to say, I did not know what was going on. I think as someone who is so hands-on with my career, I think I was just completely shocked that I didn't have a handle on reality in that way. She also said, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. Another piece of advice she said was, be careful of black and white thinking, meaning despite ending her marriage, Snow made sure to remind listeners that there were positive things about the relationship that she shared with her ex. Snow also spoke about one of the few things that helped her weather the storm of divorce, which was friendship. She said she didn't shy away from talking about how much her ex-husband's actions hurt her, but she also didn't spend the entire podcast, bashing him and laying blame. Instead, she actually shared about how she was able to take a step back from the situation and work through her anger despite being taken by surprise. She said, I was not aware of a lot of things, and I'll say that, so I will say what people think happened. And I think that, there's also, in my experience with this and how I've processed it, there's a lot of grace that I give myself, and also I can own. There's a part of this that I don't have a part in. They messed up, but I tried very hard to see it from all sides and release that anger because it doesn't serve me. And it seems as though, as of today, that she is in a better place and living her life. So good for her. Nikki Bella and John Cena's drawn-out split in 2018 has been the topic of conversation for some time after he was allegedly caught looking at other women on several dating apps. Now, after years of friendship, the two wrestlers first sparked a romantic connection in 2012. The WWE diva opened up about their first outing during a 2014 interview with WWE. She said, on my best first date, there was a very big, handsome man with an amazing smile and dimples. He came to my hotel and picked me up as if we were in the same city and took me to a nice steakhouse. We just talked and chatted for hours. That first one went into the second one where we just had an amazing dance in the middle of the restaurant. The pair seemed to be in a good place as they moved in together in 2013, but it was later revealed during an October 2016 episode of Total Bellas that the champion fighter made Bella sign a 75-page agreement before their move could actually be official. One of the main issues in Cena and Bella's relationship, which they openly discussed on Total Divas and Total Bellas, was her desire to get married and be a mother. While John Cena, could be convinced to tie the knot, he was very adamant about not wanting kids. Bella even confessed to Us Magazine in 2017 that it took a lot of therapy to accept that she wasn't going to be a mom, and admitted that she prayed he would change his mind. Despite this, the pair's relationship continued to heat up as, John popped the question in April 2017. After a wrestling match, Cena got down on one knee at WrestleMania 33 and proposed to Bella after 5 years of dating. He said in front of a crowd of like 70,000 fans, I have been waiting so long to ask you this, Stephanie Nicole Garcia Calas, will you marry me? After she said yes, the audience went wild, of course, as the pair, embraced for a passionate kiss. However, less than 1 year later, the pair actually split as it was alleged that she saw him scrolling on several dating apps. Nikki Bella on the Better Together podcast in 2020 said, overall, we did have such an incredible relationship. It was just two people that wanted two different lives. We were trying so hard to make it one. And even in the end, when he was willing to give me kids, I could just tell it's not what he wanted. She added, I just got this feeling so deep in my gut, like I need to walk away. And no one thought I would, but it was hitting me so hard. In May of 2018, they actually did get back together, but just days after they revealed they were back together, the couple took to social media to post messages. Bella posted a quote that read, storms don't last forever, and John Cena wrote, accountable is a great way to face who you are. In July of 2018, Nikki Bella and John Cena officially called it quits, with Bella making a statement that said, "After I called off the engagement, we tried to work on our relationship to get back to where it was in order to move forward with our wedding. After much time and soul searching alone and together, we have decided to officially part ways." Nearly a month after their split, and after speculation that he was caught using dating apps, John Cena appeared on the Sports Illustrated Media podcast where he actually discussed dating apps. You know, that conversation was sparked specifically because the host asked about his breakup with Nikki. John actually denied that that was the case, and the cause, but he gave his views on dating apps. He said, "If I'm trying to meet someone, why shouldn't I be able to use this interface because of what I do for a career? I think it's a general perception that if you are in the public eye and if you go on these, connection sites, then everyone else will use it. Then you will be of lesser value as a human being." The host suggested that he use Bumble or something else, and surprisingly, John Cena said he thought about using Bumble app for the promotion of the 2018 movie Bumblebee. Nevertheless, Cena using dating apps was a major question in 2018 for lots of reporters because he and Nikki Bella have called off their wedding and separated, and therefore whether they were seeing someone else at the time was a good question of interest. After sharing his views about dating apps, he shared whether he is currently using any of them, and he said, "I'm not currently on any dating sites. I'm 41. The host then tells him, he can't go on Tinder because he's just too big for that app. To which, John responds by saying, "See what you just said right there? You just proved I am stereotyped. If I am too big for Tinder, if I use this application, you would think negatively about me right now. You just said I'm too big." There was then a debate between him and the host regarding whether, John Cena should use Bumble, etc., and not Tinder, but ultimately John made it clear he had no future plans of using it as a means to find love. They both respectively went on to date and marry other people. John Cena got married in October 2020, and Nikki Bella found love with her Dancing with the Stars co-star Artem in 2019 and actually tied the knot in 2022. Cardi B and Offset have claimed one has cheated on the other so many times, it's really easy to lose track at this point. After confirming their relationship in February of 2017, and in a move that surprised everyone, Cardi and Offset announced they got married in September of 2017, and on October 21st of that same year, Cardi B captioned a social media selfie with the words "single," and fans speculated that she and Offset had broken up. She reacted to those rumors in a series of tweets. Now, in December of 2017, a video surfaced online that allegedly shows Offset with another woman in a hotel. He claimed that his iCloud was hacked, but days later, a model named Celine Powell claimed to be pregnant with Offset's baby. So messy, I know. She also claimed that she met him on a dating app, although it wasn't disclosed which one. While it would take months for Cardi and Offset to comment, she was actually spotted without her engagement ring on New Year's Eve. Cardi actually spoke about the impact that the cheating rumors had on her. She said, "It's like everybody's coming down my neck. Like, why are you not leaving him? You have low self-esteem." "I don't have low self-esteem. I know I look good." She then went on to say, "I know I'm rich. I know I'm talented. I know I could get any man I want, any basketball player, football player, but I want to work out my ish with my man. And I don't gotta explain why. I'm not your property. This is my life. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to decide on my decisions. It's not right what he did, but people don't know, what I did because I'm no angel either." She asked her haters, "Since when are all these women dating pastors and deacons?" They welcomed their first daughter, Culture, in July of 2018. Just some months later in December, Cardi and Offset actually broke up again, and Cardi shared a video on Instagram announcing her split from Offset. Now, it has since been deleted, of course, but she had captioned it saying, "There you go, peace and love." Offset then made his intentions to get back with her very clear when he actually made a public plea on social media shortly after his 27th birthday, saying, "I only have one birthday wish, and that's to get my wife back." He went on to apologize for breaking her heart, breaking their promise, and being a selfish, messed up husband, and made it very clear that he wasn't ready to give up. He said, "I want to be able to spend the rest of my life with you." Now, fast forwarding to September 2020, Cardi B filed for divorce after 3 years of marriage. Although she said it wasn't because of cheating, she did say it was because she got tired of arguing and not seeing things eye to eye. And after having their divorce filing dismissed, the couple reunited for a few months, but Cardi B revealed the couple was expecting their second child together when she joined Migos for their 2021 BET Awards performance. In June 2023, in a now deleted Instagram story, Offset alleges that Cardi cheated on him, and in July 2024, a rep for Cardi confirmed that she filed for divorce again and was actually seeking primary custody of their children, with a source close to them saying that this breakup is the nail in the coffin. The insider claimed that they're grown apart, and that's what actually drove her to make this decision final. Now, despite filing for divorce for a second time, it would turn out that she was actually pregnant with their third child, and if that wasn't enough mess for you, well, on September 25th, Offset accused Cardi of being unfaithful while being pregnant, and the mess is messing with this one because Cardi took to Twitter to confirm that and basically just said and did. Now, which of course that sent Offset into a downward spiral as if he hasn't cheated on her like 5,000 times, and aside from Blueface and Krishan, Cardi B and Offset really do take, the award for the most shadiest and complicated relationship ever.
Now, you might not have known, but when Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck first got together, J-Lo was married to somebody else. Now, the pair starred in a horrible and also very forgettable film called Geely. While it wasn't a hit at the box office, it's where Jen and Ben fell in love. However, J-Lo was actually with dancer Chris Judd at the time. She and Chris got married in 2001, and she started having a fling with Ben before she parted ways from Chris. Now, J-Lo and Chris's divorce was finalized in 2003, and even though she vehemently denied cheating rumors, Ben took out an ad in The Hollywood Reporter talking about his love for J-Lo before her divorce wasn't yet finalized. In fact, even Chris Judd's father, Larry, spoke out against the couple and accused J-Lo of being unfaithful to his son. He insinuated that the affair started during the filming of Geely, saying, "I thought Mr. Affleck would honor a married woman and not go right into the trailer." He then added that she'd be happier if she'd just tell the truth, and that no one in her little circle is going to say one negative thing about her. Now, there's no doubt that Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston were a Hollywood golden duo. They were married for 5 years, and everything was great until Brad got a role on the film Mr. and Mrs. Smith. It was rumored in 2004 that he had hooked up with his co-star Angelina Jolie. After a nearly 5-year marriage and a 7-year relationship, Brad and Jennifer then announced their split on January 24th, 2005. The statement read, "We'd like to announce that after 7 years together, we have decided to formally separate. For those who follow these sorts of things, we would like to explain that our separation is not the result of any of the speculation reported by the tabloid media. This decision is the result of much thoughtful consideration. We happily remain committed and caring friends with great love and admiration for one another. We ask in advance for your kindness and sensitivity in the coming months." Now, after this, Brad then began to flaunt his relationship with Angelina Jolie, though, immediately after announcing his separation with Jennifer, which seemed to pretty much confirm the cheating rumors. Now, Angelina claimed that there was no cheating, but just a few months after Ben and Jennifer's divorce, the actress Angelina announced that she was carrying Brad's child. It is now known that Bradgelina started way earlier. Now, in the end, Brad ended up marrying Angelina and shared 6 kids with her, but they also got divorced in 2016. They recently just settled their divorce, but it seems like getting together with a man in a relationship isn't the best idea. Now, Elizabeth Taylor was the world's highest paid movie star in the 1960s, and she remained a well-known public figure for the rest of her life, but a lot of her fame came from her love life because, well, she was just messy. Elizabeth was married to Eddie Fisher, who had been married to her former friend, Debbie Reynolds, before Elizabeth's husband's death led to her and Eddie's affair. Then, while she was married to Eddie, she was in a film called Cleopatra, and that's where she met the love of her life, her co-star Richard Burton. Their on-screen chemistry lasted well after they left the movie set, and they started seeing each other privately. Now, their affair came to light when the paparazzi caught them on a private yacht in 1962. So yes, Elizabeth was married to her 4th husband, singer and actor Eddie Fisher, and Richard was to his first wife, actor Sybil Williams. Not only did Angelina Jolie break up Jennifer Aniston and Brad Pitt, but she did the same thing with Laura Dern and Billy Bob Thornton. From 1997 to the year 2000, Laura was in a relationship with Billy Bob, and the couple even got engaged. But as Laura later explained it, when she was away filming a movie, Billy Bob married another famous actor, leaving her to find out her relationship was over because her fiance was now someone else's husband. In May 2000, Billy Bob married Angelina Jolie in Las Vegas. The two also met at work filming the movie Pushing Tin together in 1999. When they were making the movie, Angelina was still in a relationship with actor Timothy Hutton, and their marriage came just 2 months after their relationship was made public. Now, People's May 2000 write-up about their nuptials mentions Laura explaining, "No one could have been more stunned than actress Laura Dern, with whom Thornton had recently shared a household." In a 2000 interview with Talk Magazine, Laura explained that her fiance got married while she was away for a role. "I left our home to work on a movie, and while I was away, my boyfriend got married, and I've never heard from him again. It's like a sudden death." Katharine McPhee rose to fame as the runner-up on the 5th season of American Idol, but after that, she starred on the NBC drama Smash. At the time, Katharine was married to her manager Nick Kokas in 2006, and the two were apparently happy. But this was until she was caught by the paparazzi locking lips with her Smash director Michael Morris in the middle of a parking lot. Now, after the pictures were released, Katharine soon parted from her husband, and they got divorced in 2016. When speaking about the cheating scandal, she said, "I don't have any regrets. All the choices I made I learned from in a really deep way." Now, Katharine wasn't the only one married though, as Michael had been married to his wife, actress Mary McCormack, since 2003. Sources say that Michael knew that there were photos of him and Katharine, and that he even tried to buy the pictures himself to keep them from seeing the light of day in an attempt to save his marriage, but the photos were released. For him though, he's still married to his wife today, and they have 3 children together. In 2004, Sienna became engaged to her Elfie co-star Jude Law, but on July 8, 2005, Jude issued a public apology to her for having an affair with the nanny of his children. Now, after attempting to salvage their relationship, they separated in November 2006. Now, in 2008, Sienna had a highly publicized affair with married actor Balthazar Getty when the paparazzi found them together. In the year 2000, he married Rosetta Millington, whom he was with for 12 years before it was discovered that he engaged in a very public affair with Sienna Miller. Now, the press discovered them together on a yacht in Italy making out and blew the story wide open by publishing the photos. He then revealed that he was estranged from his wife at the time he was hooking up with Sienna, and Sienna later sued 2 British tabloids over the publication of the photos showing them together. Now, Eddie Cibrian married Brandi Glanville, a former model and a reality television star, and they had 2 sons together. But in 2009, Eddie and country singer Leanne Rimes were caught at a restaurant holding hands and kissing after appearing in the movie Northern Lights. Afterwards, Eddie and Brandi announced their separation that year, but Eddie wasn't the only one married, as Leanne was also married at the time. Leanne met dancer Dean Sharamet at the 2001 Academy Country Music Awards, and they got married in 2002, but they also filed for a divorce in 2009. In 2010, Leanne moved into Eddie's house, and in an interview with ABC, Leanne discussed her new relationship, saying, "What happened is not who I am, period, but I do know how much I love him, so I've always said I don't live my life with regret. I can't." Now, in the end, Eddie and Leanne got married in 2011 and have been together ever since.
Number 10. Kristen Stewart and Rupert Sanders. In 2012, Kristen Stewart was at the height of her Twilight fame. Everyone was going crazy for Twilight, enjoying a high-profile romance with her co-star Robert Pattinson. It's hard not to be on board. However, everything changed when paparazzi caught her in an intimate moment with Rupert Sanders, the married director of Snow White and the Huntsman. Scandalous. Now, the photographs showing Stewart and Sanders kissing and embracing one another caused an immediate media frenzy. Stewart issued a public apology, calling it a momentary indiscretion and expressing deep regret for hurting Pattinson. Sanders also apologized to his wife, Liberty Ross, and their 2 children. Yeah, it gets worse as we go. The fallout was so immense that Stewart and Pattison's relationship of course ended, and Sanders' marriage dissolved soon after. Professionally, both faced setbacks. Stewart's career momentum slowed down, and Sanders' reputation as a director suffered. The incident remains one of Hollywood's most infamous on-set scandals, forever tied to Kristen Stewart's public image. Number 9. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. Few scandals have rocked Hollywood like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's romance, which ignited during the filming of Mr. and Mrs. Smith back in 2004. At the time, Pitt was married to Jennifer Aniston, like the Jennifer Aniston, while Angelina Jolie had a history of controversial relationships. On screen, their chemistry was electric, and rumors quickly spread that their connection extended off-screen as well. Though both denied an affair at the time, paparazzi later captured photos of them vacationing together shortly after Pitt's divorce. Jolie eventually admitted that they had fell in love while filming, confirming this speculation. Their relationship became one of Hollywood's most iconic and polarizing unions, resulting in 6 children, multiple collaborations, and years of tabloid scrutiny. However, the affair's shadow lingered, casting Jolie as a homewrecker and contributing to Aniston's enduring status as America's sweetheart. Number 8. Meg Ryan and Russell Crowe. In 2000, Meg Ryan, once the quintessential girl next door of Hollywood, shocked fans when her affair with Russell Crowe became public. The two co-starred in a movie called Proof of Life, and their on-screen chemistry mirrored a budding off-screen romance. Now at the time, Ryan was married to Dennis Quaid, and rumors of a relationship with Crowe quickly became headlines. The affair led to Ryan and Quaid's divorce, with Ryan facing significant backlash from the public. While her relationship with Crowe fizzled quickly after, the scandal forever altered her career. Once one of Hollywood's most bankable stars, Ryan saw her roles dwindle as the media painted her as a homewrecker. Years later, she revealed that her marriage had already been on the rocks, but the scandal marked a turning point in her public image and career trajectory. Leanne Rimes and Eddie Kidbrian's 2009 affair began on the set of the Lifetime movie Northern Lights. Their casual relationship came to light when photos surfaced of them holding hands and kissing during an off-set rendezvous. Now the public fallout was dramatic, with Glanville publicly calling out Kidbrian's betrayal and Rimes facing intense criticism for breaking up a family. Both divorced their respective spouses and married each other in 2011, solidifying their scandalous relationship. However, the scandal left a lasting impact on their reputations, with Rimes becoming a frequent target of tabloid gossip. Now, despite the drama, the couple has remained together, proving their connection was more than a fleeting on-set romance. Number 6. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton. Elizabeth Taylor and Richard Burton's legendary love affair began on the set of Cleopatra back in 1962, igniting one of Hollywood's most infamous scandals. Now at the time, Taylor was married to Eddie Fisher and Burton was married to Sybil Williams, but their undeniable chemistry quickly became apparent. The two carried on an affair that was so scandalous, it drew a lot of heat from the Vatican, labeling their behavior as erotic vagrancy. Yeah, the Vatican got involved. How crazy is that? Now, despite the backlash, Taylor and Burton divorced their respective spouses and married in 1964. Their relationship was as tumultuous as it was passionate, marked by public spats, extravagant spending, and multiple collaborations. They divorced in 1974, remarried in 1975, and then divorced again the following year. God, that sounds exhausting, doesn't it? Number 5. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's love story began in 2005 on the set of Mind Over Matter. I'm not going to say murder, I'm going to change it to matter. At the time, Spelling was married to Charlie Shanahan and McDermott was married to Mary Jo Eustache. Now, their on-set romance quickly turned into an affair, culminating in both leaving their respective spouses. Their relationship moved at lightning speed. Spelling and McDermott were married just 1 month after her divorce was finalized. Yeah, shit moves on quick. The affair led, of course, to significant public backlash, particularly for McDermott, as Eustache spoke openly about the betrayal in interviews and even wrote a memoir about the experience. Yeah, talk about getting called out. Now, despite the messy start, Spelling and McDermott have remained together, though their marriage has been plagued by financial struggles and further infidelity rumors. Once a cheater, always a cheater. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall, their relationship blossomed on the set of To Have and Have Not in 1944. Now, Bogart was married to actress Mayo Methot at the time, but his connection with the young starlet was undeniable. Their on-set chemistry quickly turned into an affair, becoming an open secret in Hollywood. Bogart eventually divorced Methot, whose struggles with alcoholism and volatile behavior had strained their marriage. and remained together until his passing in 1957, cementing their place as one of Hollywood's most iconic couples. Now, despite the initial scandal, their relationship was marked by deep love and mutual respect, making their story a testament to enduring romance. Number 3. Billy Crudup and Claire Danes. Billy Crudup's affair with Claire Danes in 2003 caused an uproar, as he left his partner of 8 years, Mary Louise Parker, who was 7 months pregnant at the time. He left her for his stage beauty co-star. The scandal shocked fans and the media, casting Crudup as the villain for abandoning Parker during such a vulnerable time. Now, Crudup and Danes' relationship didn't last long, ending a few years later, but the damage to his reputation, of course, lingered. Parker later addressed the heartbreak in her memoir, recounting the emotional toll of the betrayal. Danes also admitted to regretting the way the relationship began, acknowledging the public backlash and moral implications of their actions. Number 2. Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy. Katharine Hepburn and Spencer Tracy's love story is one of Hollywood's most enduring, but it began under scandalous circumstances. The two met on the set of Woman of the Year back in 1942, sparking a relationship that lasted over 2 decades. Tracy was married at the time, but separated from his wife, Louise, with whom he had 2 children. Due to his Catholic faith, Tracy never divorced, leaving Hepburn in the position of a lifelong companion rather than a wife. The affair was an open secret in Hollywood, and Hepburn famously avoided discussing it publicly during Tracy's lifetime. Now, despite the controversy, their love was undeniable, with Hepburn caring for Tracy during his final years and still calling him the love of her life. And finally, number 1, Jennifer Lopez and Casper Smart. Jennifer Lopez's relationship with her backup dancer, Casper Smart, began back in 2011, not long after her separation from Mark Anthony. Though there was speculation that their romance may have started before her marriage ended, Lopez and Smart kept the details hidden. Now, the age difference between the two, Smart being 18 years younger, this of course fueled media scrutiny, with some dismissing the relationship as a fling. Now, despite the criticism, Lopez and Smart did date for several years, with their connection appearing quite genuine. However, the relationship faced challenges, including rumors of infidelity on Smart's part, which ultimately led to their split. Lopez has since described the relationship as a learning experience, proving her resilience and ability to move forward.
Sean Combs, otherwise known as P. Diddy's dating life has come back into the spotlight amid his recent trafficking investigation. As of the time of filming this, he isn't publicly commenting on the March 25th home invasions, well, I guess raids, and I don't expect him to anytime soon. Sources told Rolling Stone that at least 4 Jane Does and 1 John Doe have been interviewed by New York prosecutors in connection to the allegations, and also in relation to the racketeer-influenced and corrupt organizations case, also known as the RICO case, because that's really long. However, what's the public want to know about? Well, his inner circle. Also, ex-girlfriends, such as, I don't know, Jennifer Lopez, who dated Diddy back in the late 1990s and early 2000s, specifically 1999 to like 2001. Hey, after everything that came to light with Cassie, and I'll touch on that later if we have time, I can't be the only person concerned about the well-being of this man's exes. Speaking of which, when it comes to celebrities and their ever-happening love lives, J.Lo is probably one of the most talked about in Hollywood. Now, don't get me wrong, she is currently enjoying married life with beau Ben Affleck, but she's had her fair share of heartache. Probably more. And recent events have brought the famed actress and singer's troubled past back into the limelight. Diddy and J.Lo apparently had a roller coaster of a relationship, and people want to know the real reason why they broke up in 2001. I'm gonna mention that timeline again. 1999 to 2001, which cripes, that's been a minute. And J.Lo claimed that Diddy was the first man to be unfaithful to her, but he wasn't the ex who manhandled her. So I'm glad we got that out of the way. She decided to end it for good after wondering, do I want to be home with kids in 10 years, wondering where somebody is at 3 in the morning? So when she previously opened up about her and Diddy's history, she explained that the duo met just as she was entering stardom and preparing for the release of her debut album, which he helped to produce. When she was talking to CBS in 2019, she said that he became kind of a mentor to her in that moment. They had this kind of crazy, tumultuous relationship that ended in a bang. And despite the hardships in the relationship, she did recall the lessons that he taught her while they were together, saying that he gave her so many cues, taught her so many things. Now, she told this to Access Hollywood, I think in 2014, and that she's always going to be grateful to him for that. And she loves that he can be so supportive of her so many years later, and there's still so much mutual respect, admiration, and love there. Well, that statement aged like milk. Okay, sure, it's sweet, but the relationship had its low peaks as well. The duo was arrested in December of 1999 after They and his bodyguard Anthony Wolf Jones and also fellow rapper Jamal Shine Barrow got involved in an argument at a club in New York that ended with the firing of weapons. Diddy, Jennifer, and Anthony left the club and were chased by the police. Authorities did find a stolen weapon in the car that they were driving. Go back to the year 2000, J-Lo mentioned to Elle magazine that it was a complete nightmare from beginning to end. She was scared to death in the car. She had no idea what was going on. Nobody did. Obviously, everybody was arrested afterwards on weapons and bribery charges. But the charges against Jennifer were quickly dropped and Diddy was acquitted in 2001. Well, that was a low point of their relationship. Diddy was also J-Lo's date to the 2000 Grammy Awards, the one where she wore that iconic Versace dress that is still referenced all these years later. You know, the reason that Google Images came to be. The Let's Get Loud hitmaker and the I'll Be Missing You rapper, yes, they broke up in February of 2001 once the rumors of his infidelity began to circulate. Even though he didn't publicly comment on the speculation, J-Lo has opened up quite a bit. I think it was during her interview with Rolling Stone where she revealed that they had different ways of thinking. She mentioned he loves to go out and she's more of a homebody, which girls same. I love a good night in, me, my pizza, and a bottle of wine. And it looks like that love of going out might have gone hand in hand with the infidelity. Speaking to Vibe magazine in 2003, J-Lo said she never caught him, but she just knew. He'd say he was going to the club for a couple of hours and then never come back that night. She was in this relationship where she was just totally crying, going crazy, going nuts, and just took her whole life in a tailspin. And that kind of emotional turmoil can really take a toll. It's just not good for your health. How did all this information come to light? Well, earlier this year, J-Lo, who has since found happiness with Ben Affleck by the way, opened up all about her former awful relationships in her tell-all documentary, The Greatest Love Story Never Told. Now going back to Ben Affleck for a moment, that history dates back to the early 2000s, but unfortunately, fate did not want the two lovers to unite just yet. But we fast forward to 2021, where they rekindled the romance and got married in 2022. It was one of the biggest will they won't they stories for the longest time, and I'm so happy for them. So yes, back to the documentary, J-Lo described being thrown around and manhandled by lovers, but she didn't disclose who at the time. She mentioned that there were people in her life who said I love you and then didn't do the things that were kind of in line with the word love. She also did clarify by saying I was never in a relationship where I got beat up, thank God, but I've definitely been manhandled and a couple of other unsavory things. Just rough, disrespectful. And because I'm afraid of lawsuits, once again, she has explicitly said it wasn't Diddy. Once again, I'm just so thrilled that J-Lo has finally settled down with Ben Affleck, and I hope all this Diddy stuff gets resolved soon for everybody's sakes.
Of course, we have to start this list with Ariana Grande with a love triangle gone wrong. Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater's relationship sparked controversy almost immediately. Their engagement announcement, hot on the heels of Slater's divorce from his wife, Lily J, raised eyebrows. The fact that their romance blossomed on the set of Wicked while Slater was still married ignited a firestorm of controversy. Accusations of infidelity swirled, painting a picture of a relationship that began while Slater was still committed to his marriage. This timeline, coupled with the rapid progression of their romance, has subjected both Grande and Slater to intense public scrutiny and criticism. The scandal has tarnished their reputations, with many questioning the morality of their actions. From Ariana to Greta Gerwig, the relationship between Noah Baumbach and Greta Gerwig has been shrouded in controversy, particularly due to the circumstances surrounding its inception. Allegations of infidelity on Noah's part have resurfaced, casting a shadow over their high-profile romance. It's been widely reported that their relationship began while Noah was still married to actress Jennifer Jason Leigh. This timeline has led to significant public scrutiny and criticism, with many questioning the morality of their actions. The rapid progression of their relationship, coupled with the timing of Noah's divorce, has further fueled speculation and controversy. The public's reaction to their relationship has been mixed, with some expressing support for the couple and others condemning their behavior. The controversy surrounding their relationship has undoubtedly impacted their public image, raising questions about the ethics of their actions and the impact on those involved. Shakira and Gerard Piqué. Shakira and Gerard Piqué's once idyllic love story took a dramatic turn in 2023, culminating in a highly publicized and contentious breakup. The fallout, marked by Piqué's alleged infidelity, has continued to dominate headlines throughout 2024. Shakira's music has become a powerful weapon, channeling her pain and anger into scathing lyrics that have resonated with millions of fans worldwide. Her songs have not only exposed the betrayal she endured, but have also empowered women to stand up against infidelity and heartbreak. As Shakira navigates this tumultuous period, she has found solace and strength in the unwavering support of her fans who have rallied behind her, turning her heartbreak into a global movement of empathy and solidarity. Now we have Cardi B and Offset's shocking scandal. Cardi B and Offset's relationship has been a constant source of drama, with their love story marked by high-profile breakups and reconciliations. 2024 was no exception, as the couple's roller coaster romance continued to captivate the public. Rumors of infidelity have repeatedly plagued their relationship, leading to public confrontations and heated arguments that have played out on social media. These dramatic episodes have left fans questioning the stability of their union and wondering if their love can truly withstand the test of time. As the couple navigates these turbulent waters, their fans remain divided, with some expressing hope for their reconciliation and others urging them to prioritize their well-being. The unexpected announcement of Sacha Baron Cohen and Isla Fisher's divorce sent shockwaves through Hollywood. The once beloved couple, known for their quirky charm and enduring love, had seemingly fallen victim to the harsh realities of celebrity life. While the official reason for their split remains undisclosed, rumors of infidelity have swirled, adding fuel to the fire of public speculation. The couple's sudden and secretive divorce has only intensified these rumors, leaving fans to piece together the fragments of a seemingly perfect relationship. As the dust settles, the public is left to wonder what truly transpired behind the scenes of this Hollywood love story. The demise of their marriage serves as a stark reminder that even the strongest relationships can be shattered by unforeseen circumstances. AJ McClain, the heartthrob from the iconic boy band Backstreet Boys, took a significant hit when news of his divorce from wife Rochelle McClain broke. The couple, who had been married for over a decade, seemed to have the perfect fairy tale romance. However, behind the scenes, a darker reality unfolded. Rumors of infidelity began to circulate, casting a shadow over their seemingly perfect union. As the details of their separation emerged, fans were left shocked and disappointed. The once beloved singer, known for his boyish charm and infectious smile, was now embroiled in a very public and painful divorce. The scandal has undoubtedly tarnished his public image, leaving fans to question the true nature of the man behind the music. Natalie Portman and Benjamin Millepied's shocking split is up next. You wouldn't believe it, but Natalie Portman and Benjamin Millepied, a couple who seemed like they had it all, are going through a major breakup. Their love story, which started on the set of Black Swan, was once the envy of everyone, but now it's all falling apart. The reason? Cheating. Apparently, Benjamin cheated on Natalie, and the news has totally rocked Hollywood. It's like a real-life drama, way worse than anything you'd see in a movie. Poor Natalie has to deal with the public humiliation and the emotional pain of it all. But she's handling it like a total boss. She's showing everyone that she's strong and won't let this bring her down. The young love story between Sabrina Carpenter and Barry Keoghan has come to an end. After a whirlwind romance that captivated fans, the couple has decided to go their separate ways. The pair, who first sparked dating rumors in late 2023, were often seen together at high-profile events, painting a picture of young love and Hollywood glamour. However, as quickly as their romance blossomed, it seems to have withered, leaving fans disappointed. While the exact reasons for their split remain undisclosed, but maybe a secret cheating scandal took place and might be revealed one day. Justin Bieber and Hailey Bieber's relationship has been a roller coaster ride filled with both highs and lows. While they are currently happily married and have welcomed a child, their journey has been marked by public scrutiny and rumors. One of the most significant challenges they faced was Justin's public struggles with mental health issues, substance abuse, and fame. These struggles often put a strain on their relationship, leading to periods of tension and uncertainty. Additionally, the intense media scrutiny and constant public attention have undoubtedly added pressure to their marriage. There have been instances where rumors of infidelity and relationship troubles have circulated. However, the couple has consistently denied these rumors and worked to maintain a strong bond. Despite the challenges, Justin and Hailey have shown resilience and commitment to their relationship. They have openly discussed their struggles and sought help to maintain a healthy and loving partnership. Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis, despite their seemingly perfect relationship, they haven't been immune to public scrutiny and rumors, including allegations of infidelity. While these rumors have often been dismissed as unfounded speculation, they have nonetheless cast a shadow over their marriage. The couple has maintained a strong front, often publicly displaying their affection and support for each other. However, the challenges of maintaining a long-term relationship in the public eye, coupled with the pressures of fame and fortune, have undoubtedly tested their bond. Despite these hurdles, Kutcher and Kunis have persevered, emerging as one of Hollywood's most enduring couples. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's relationship has been a roller coaster ride of public drama, marked by infidelity scandals, financial troubles, and reality TV appearances. Their tumultuous marriage has often played out in the public eye, exposing the cracks in their seemingly perfect union. One of the most significant scandals that rocked their relationship was McDermott's infidelity, which was publicly exposed. This betrayal led to a period of intense turmoil and public scrutiny.
Number 10, Jada Pinkett Smith. Although the Smiths themselves wouldn't call it cheating, the rest of the world was shocked when August Alsina spoke about a relationship that he had with Jada Pinkett Smith during an interview in June of 2020. He said, "I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life, and I truly, really deeply love and have a ton of love for her." He also revealed that Will Smith knew about it the whole time and had even given them his blessing. Although Jada initially denied the claims, she eventually confessed to being in an entanglement with August, and she and her husband were separated. She said, "We decided we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy." They both went on the red table talk together in a heartbreaking episode, and Jada told Will how she came to be romantically involved with August. She confirmed that yes, she had a relationship with him, but denied that her husband ever gave them his blessing, insisting that they were separated at the time. In the end, a heartbreaking photo of Will glaring became a viral meme, and everyone started googling the word entanglement. Number 9, Kris Jenner. In classic Kardashian style, Kris admitted in her book that she cheated on her first husband, Robert Kardashian. For a lot of people, this was a difficult pill to swallow, considering that they essentially had the perfect life. Robert was a wealthy entrepreneur and lawyer. He and Kris had 4 children together, and they lived in a beautiful home in Beverly Hills. But somewhere along the line, Kris admitted that she felt like something was missing. So when she was introduced to professional soccer player Todd Waterman, who was 10 years younger than her, she became involved in an affair. She said, "When you're very young, you do a lot of stupid things. Probably the biggest regret of my life that I ended up having an affair. I was probably just really naive and stupid and restless, and I didn't realize that marriage has its ups and downs. Sometimes people think the grass is always greener, and that was like what I think I went through at some point." The bombshell revelation first came out in her memoir, and Khloe later revealed that the affair completely destroyed her dad and had a terrible effect on the family. So clearly they've all dealt with the consequences of her infidelity. Number 8, Paris Hilton. The reality star was dating Nick Carter of the Backstreet Boys in the early 2000s. They definitely seemed like an it couple, but when Paris started filming the 2005 film House of Wax, she ended up having an affair with her co-star Chad Michael Murray. This was truly a disaster, because at the time he was married to Sophia Bush. It completely ended their relationship, but even after separating, they still had to keep working together for another 3 years on One Tree Hill. If that's not awkward, I don't know what is. As for Paris, she got exposed by Nick's younger brother Aaron Carter, who accused her of cheating on Nick when he went on the Tyra Banks show in 2006. Nick then addressed this during a radio interview with Ryan Seacrest, where he admitted that his brother let the cat out of the bag. The singer also claimed that he got back at Paris when he hooked up with Ashley Simpson. So obviously there was still a lot of immaturity there when it came to dealing with infidelity. He said, "I'm not saying that Paris is a bad person, but I'm saying she's got to work her problems out." Number 7, Livia Giudice. The Italian producer was married to Colin Firth for 22 years. On the outside, they looked like a happy couple, living in the Italian countryside with their 2 sons. But on the inside, things were very different. In 2019, their marriage ended after Livia admitted to being involved in an 11-month-long affair with her childhood friend Marco. Although she tried to cover it up at first, and she claimed that he was stalking her. Police eventually opened an investigation into him after he made threatening phone calls to the couple and sent Colin explicit photos of Livia. Marco eventually spoke to the Times and claimed that the 2 of them were romantically involved and she was going to leave her husband for him. Quote, "She filed a complaint against me for stalking out of fear that I could go public with what she had revealed to me about her marriage and work." Although Livia denied these claims at first, the media pressure became too much and she eventually admitted to the affair. After this news came out, Colin and Livia's marriage imploded, and in December of 2019, they announced their official separation. This story was really quite crazy and involved a lot of twists and turns, but to a lot of people, it was simply astonishing that anyone would choose to cheat on Colin Firth. Number 6, Kristen Stewart. The actress met Robert Pattinson on the set of of Twilight, and the two of them quickly became romantically involved. Fans were absolutely obsessed with the then it couple, but their relationship came to a halt when paparazzi photos were released of Kristen kissing film director Rupert Sanders. He was the director of Snow White and the Huntsman, which she also starred in. The shocking photos circulated across tabloids everywhere, and fans were rightfully heartbroken. Even Donald Trump had a lot to say about the incident. In the end, both of them were forced to publicly apologize. Sanders tried to do some damage control by calling the kiss a momentary lapse in judgment. Kristen also had to apologize to Rob, but it didn't really help because the two of them broke up soon after. Unfortunately, they actually had to complete the press tour for Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 2, so that must have been very awkward. They did get back together for a time, but eventually broke up for good. It's safe to say that their relationship never recovered, but several years later in an interview, the actress insisted that it wasn't an actual affair, but because of the intense media scrutiny at the time, she didn't see the point in denying it. Number 5. Heidi Klum. The German supermodel was married to Seal for 7 years, and by all accounts the couple appeared to be very happy together. They would renew their wedding vows every year and became known for plenty of PDA on the red carpet, but in 2012 they decided to separate, and the singer shocked the world when he revealed that Heidi had been having an affair with her bodyguard. He made the claims to TMZ and said, "Whilst I didn't expect anything better from him, I would have thought that Heidi would have shown a little more class, and at least waited until we separated first before deciding to fornicate with the help." Seal then insisted that his top priority was his children's well-being. The former couple have 3 biological children together, as well as one that they adopted. He went on to say, "That's what happens when two people separate. They move on and generally meet other people in their lives. Certainly don't expect Heidi to all of a sudden become a nun, but as always my main priority is the emotional well-being of my children, and to be quite honest, if there is going to be someone else in their lives, I would much rather it was a familiar face." Number 4. Meg Ryan. In the 90s, the actress was married to Dennis Quaid, but their relationship imploded when she had a brief affair with her co-star Russell Crowe. Shortly after the affair was made public in 1999, the two of them split up and she started dating Russell. The following year, Meg gave an interview about the scandal and said, "So this is what it feels like to be the Scarlet Woman. I'm having that experience now." She insisted at the time that no third party played a role in the breakdown of her marriage. It dissolved before it became sport for the press. "The reasons we broke up have nothing to do with another person. My marriage was broken, nobody else broke it up. I know it to be true and Dennis knows it to be true. What anyone else thinks I have no control over." But the controversy had a lasting impact on her image, as Meg was once considered America's sweetheart. She finally hit back in 2008 and accused Dennis of cheating on her as well throughout their relationship. She said, "Dennis was not faithful to me for a long time, and that was very painful. I found out more about that once I was divorced." He responded by basically telling her to move on and stop rehashing the details of their relationship. Number 3. Madonna. In 2008, the singer and former New York Yankee Alex Rodriguez dominated the gossip headlines thanks to their much speculated affair. The difficulty was that both Madonna and Alex were married at the time of their alleged romance. In July of that year, A-Rod's wife Cynthia Scurtis decided to leave him for good, but she also confided in a friend that she found letters where her husband described Madonna as his soulmate. According to the New York Daily News, she said, "I feel like Madonna is using mind control over him. I don't recognize the man he's become. He was a sweet, beautiful, loving husband and father. Today he's very cold and calculating." The following month, A-Rod was spotted in the crowd supporting Madonna at one of her concerts, which only fueled more rumors that the two of them were dating, despite the fact that she was 17 years older than him. Although the singer adamantly denied the rumors, her marriage to Guy Ritchie ended in October that same year. The British tabloids had a field day when it came to pointing fingers about what went wrong in their marriage. Apart from the affair, it was said that their marriage ended after Madonna became injured from a horse riding accident on her 47th birthday, and the lengthy recovery put a strain on their relationship. Number 2. Morena Baccarin. After the actress first rose to fame from her role in Firefly, she married a film producer and director named Austin Chick in 2011. During their marriage, they had a son together before he eventually filed for divorce in 2015. Austin then very publicly accused her of cheating on him. Turns out that Morena had gotten pregnant by her Gotham co-star Ben McKenzie while she was still married to him. The scandal brought about intense backlash against their relationship, even though Austin and Morena were in the process of divorcing at the time. She eventually gave birth to her daughter Frances in March of 2016, just 2 weeks after her divorce from her ex was finalized. Aside from all the controversy, Morena certainly got a happy ending and went on to marry Ben in June the following year. She even told People magazine that working with him on Gotham was wonderful and said, "Ben's the sweetest. Very nice to work with your significant other, especially when you're pregnant, because you know you'll get some extra TLC and get taken care of." So despite the persistent rumors of infidelity and the awkward timeline, it does seem like the two co-stars are very happy together. Number 1. Katharine McPhee. Worthy. The American Idol alum made headlines in October of 2013 when she was caught having an affair with her Smash director Michael Morris. Catherine and her husband Nick Kokas had supposedly separated for 6 months at the time while working on their marriage, but that didn't exactly stop her from getting with someone else. The scandal was huge because Michael was also married to Mary McCormack and had been since 2003. Catherine and Nick didn't finalize their divorce until February of 2016, almost 2 years after she filed for the split and 3 years after they separated. That same year, she opened up about the transgressions in an interview and said, "I don't have any regrets. Of all the choices I made, I learned from in a really deep way." She went on to say that the strong influences in her life have held her accountable for her actions, and that we are all on that journey to have more awareness about who we are as a person. But despite the affair, Catherine insisted that deep down, she's not a cheater. She said, "I'm a one-man kind of gal, and a kind of true romantic at heart." In 2019, she ended up marrying music producer and executive David Foster.
Number 10. Adam Levine. Adam Levine's cheating scandal was really a viral event. Adam had been married since 2014 when the whole situation really blew up. It started when an Instagram model came forward to claim that she was having an affair with the singer. It got pretty bad for the star when his Instagram DMs leaked and became a meme all across Twitter, with one of the messages being, "It's truly unreal how effing hot you are. Like, it blows my mind." In a clip that was posted to Instagram, the model said, "I was having an affair with a man who was married to a Victoria's Secret model. At the time, I was young, I was naive, and I mean, quite frankly, I feel exploited." The Instagram model went on to claim that they had a physical relationship, but at the time of her post, they hadn't spoken in a month. She explained to her fans that the reason for coming forward now was because a few of her friends had tried to sell the story to a tabloid. She said, "I had only come forward because I wanted to kill any story the tabloid had. And if you were wondering, why would you do this if you knew he was married?" She explained that she thought the marriage was over and said, "I believed that they were keeping it quiet to avoid the negative press because I was new to LA." Going on to say, "I just assumed with celebrities of that caliber that that's how it was." As this whole drama really started to circulate social media, Adam decided to address the allegations. He said, "I used poor judgment in speaking with anyone other than my wife in any kind of flirtatious manner. I did not have an affair, nevertheless, I crossed the line during a regrettable period in my life." A few Instagram users came out to attack the Instagram model for responding to any of these messages in the first place, but others came out to support her and against Adam. One user wrote, "I don't understand why we continue to blame women for men's mistakes. The power dynamic is so skewed. It's ridiculous, and it's predatory." Going on to say, "If you're the one in a relationship, you're the one who's obligated to be loyal." Number 9. Sebastian Bear McLeod. Emily Ratajkowski and Sebastian were married in 2018 and divorced by 2022, after a few too many cheating allegations began to surface. A source claimed at the time Sebastian strayed on multiple occasions, alleging that most of this happened while Emily was pregnant. Reportedly, Sebastian had major regrets after this information came out, with a source revealing, "Seb is pleading with Emily to get back together." Though they weren't publicly speaking about the breakup, it was looking clear to fans that it was due to infidelity, and Emily liked a few tweets about Sebastian being unfaithful. Not only that, but Sebastian was also accused just recently of SA and abusing his power on set during a casting process and auditions for various films. Though it looked like a pretty messy breakup, all in all, looks like the couple were able to put their differences aside for their son. Number 8. Tristan Thompson. Tristan Thompson has received the label serial cheater, and it seems pretty well deserved. The NBA star was unfaithful to Khloe Kardashian multiple times throughout the relationship, which of course eventually resulted in the two breaking it off in 2021. As the two continue to be co-parents, Khloe has taken to the high road and refuses to talk badly of her ex publicly, even saying during an ABC special, "I still think he's a great guy. He's a great dad. He's just not the guy for me." But who did he cheat on her with? In 2018, it was reported that he was spotted getting pretty cozy with multiple women at the NBA All-Star Weekend. A source said at the time, Tristan was flirting and didn't look or act like someone who had a pregnant girlfriend, even after being spotted with another woman days before she gave birth, and more videos began leaking, and Khloe even confirming it herself. She ended up forgiving him, but the problems were just beginning. In 2019, TMZ reported that Tristan was all over Jordan Woods at a house party, who was Kylie's best friend. A source explained that they were spotted looking very touchy-feely, even staying together overnight. When the news got to the Kardashian family, Jordan was immediately cut off, but even this Tristan end the relationship with Khloe, and he ended up doing it again. In 2021, Tristan was accused once again of cheating, but this time with an Instagram model. The model Sydney Chase claimed to have hooked up with Tristan and said, "I didn't know he was in a relationship. He told me he was not in a relationship anymore." But it looks like the real final straw for Khloe came after she discovered that he had actually had a child with the fitness trainer Marilee Nichols during their relationship when he was caught by a paternity test. He said on Instagram, "I take full responsibility for my actions. Now that the paternity has been established, I look forward to raising our son." Number 7. Kristen Stewart. Twilight fans were left heartbroken when the news broke of Kristen and Robert Pattinson splitting up. Kristen and Robert Pattinson were dating at the time after falling in love on the set of the Twilight Saga movies, and fans were loving it. Rupert was a director and was married at the time of the affair, and it ended up gathering so much attention that even Donald Trump came forward with his opinions on the whole scandal, tweeting at the time that Robert shouldn't take her back because if she cheated once, she would do it over and over again. Also stating that he deserves someone much better. Really a whole mess. Robert and Kristen ended up calling it quits after ending the Twilight films in 2012. Robert saw a few photos of Kristen and Rupert kissing when they emerged to the public, which reportedly came as a shock to the actor. When the pictures became public knowledge, the pair ended up publicly apologizing to their partners. Kristen went on to admit that she was sorry for hurting the other people involved, and she was very embarrassed by it. Luckily, all parties seemingly moved on since this awkward situation. Number 6. Tiger Woods. This one really was a shock to many and something that people will associate with the golf star from now on. Tiger Woods was married in 2004, but after reports came out in 2009, it wasn't long after that a divorce was filed. The reports claimed that he was having an affair with a nightclub manager. A few days after these reports were released, Tiger ended up crashing his car in front of his home at 2 a.m. The crash woke his wife, who is said to have broken the back window of the car with a golf club and dragged her husband out of the car. Following the news of the crash and the infidelity, more and more reports started to come out of Tiger basically being a serial cheater. Us Weekly shared a voicemail that was said to be left by Tiger to one of the women he was seeing at the time. He says, "Hey, it's Tiger. I need you to do me a huge favor. Can you please take your name off your phone? My wife went through my phone and may be calling you." A few months after this whole situation was revealed, Tiger held a press conference and he said, "I was unfaithful, I had affairs, and I cheated. What I did was unacceptable." After they got divorced, Tiger's ex-wife reportedly ended up walking away with $100 million. Number 5. Kevin Hart. A cheating scandal that Kevin Hart has been pretty open about is when he had an affair with another woman while his wife was pregnant. The whole affair came to light when Kevin was reportedly blackmailed over a video that showed the comedian cheating on his wife with another woman. The woman in question claimed that Kevin and a friend had set up a hidden camera. Allegedly, the woman filed a lawsuit against Kevin and his friends, which is said to have been dismissed. After these speculations started coming out, Kevin issued an apology on Instagram, saying, "I made a bad error in judgment, and I put myself in a bad environment where only bad things can happen, and they did." He went on to say, "I hurt the people closest to me, and I've talked to and apologized to my wife and kids." When discussing the impacts that this had on his kids, he admitted in an interview on the Red Table Talk how hard it was on his daughter especially, saying, "Getting my daughter back and getting my daughter to understand that I'm sorry and I made a big mistake, that was real." Luckily, his wife ended up staying with him through this whole ordeal. When asked about how she handled the affair, she revealed, "I have to maintain a level head. I think that's the only thing that got me through." Going on to say, "I wasn't ready at the time to just give up on family. I wanted Kenzo to be able to know his dad and grow up, so it was a lot." Even saying at the end that as long as he behaves from now on, then they'll be all good. Number 4. Scott Disick. Scott's antics have been pretty public knowledge, with Kourtney reportedly putting up with quite a bit from him. But it looks like his PDA scandal was the final straw for her and their marriage, but unfortunately for her, this wasn't the only one he got caught in. Scott was caught with Chloe Bartoli in Monaco, getting pretty close while sitting in the sun. They were spotted again together on a yacht party, with Scott putting his hand on Chloe's lower back. In a claimed report by Life and Style, during the 9 years together, Scott slept with at least 100 women behind his wife's back, allegedly sleeping with a woman every single time he went out of town on business. Reportedly, Scott even had an affair with Kourtney's younger sister, Kendall. But it was the photos with Chloe that was really the end for her. A source shared at the time, his partying lately has made her make this tough decision. Number 3. Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell. Sydney and Glenn are set to star in a new romantic comedy and are going to be playing the love interests. But as photos emerge of Sydney and Glenn online, many fans are wondering about Glenn's girlfriend and Sydney's fiance. A behind-the-scenes clip came out on Twitter showing Glenn dipping Sydney over the couch, and it looks pretty coupley. On Twitter, a user commented, "Does this dude just have good chemistry with everyone?" Another added, "Rom-com actors exhibit exhibiting cheating behavior, Hollywood is back. Fans are left confused whether they are just good friends or maybe something more. Photos of them visiting places in Australia during the downtimes of shooting are only adding fuel to the fire, as well as Glenn's family coming down to visit and Sydney going on all of their outings with them, made the two out to look like a couple. A couple fans have shared what their feelings are, and they're pretty happy and wouldn't mind if these rumors turned out to be true. But others are wondering if these rumors could just be a PR stunt for the movie. Though it is yet to be confirmed, it really does have fans speculating, especially after Glenn's girlfriend unfollowed Sydney just recently. Number 2, Offset. Offset and Cardi B got married in 2017, but it hasn't looked like a walk in the park. Videos started popping up at the time showing Offset cheating on her with various women not long after the couple got married. She explained at the time that she prayed on it and decided to stay together and planned on working it out. Cardi explained during an interview with Vogue, people that are in marriages for years, when they say till death do us part, they aren't talking about little arguments. That includes everything. Cardi ended up filing for divorce in 2020, but reportedly called it off. After calling it off, she explained at the time that they were just not seeing eye to eye. She shared, "The main thing that I wanted was for him to stop and everything. He stopped and he changed, and it showed me that he wanted to change for me." Regardless, we're all just happy that this couple seems happy now. And at number 1, we have TJ Holmes and Amy Robach. A pretty messy public story is that of the former Good Morning America hosts. Last year, the co-anchors TJ Holmes and Amy both left their partners after having months-long affair with one another, according to many reports. A source told Page 6 at the time they have a very cozy relationship, but that is what is expected. They are very careful behind the scenes to keep their affair a secret. Part of what really put the two in hot water was getting spotted looking pretty close in a bar near ABC News studio. It got more obvious when they were photographed on a weekend getaway just 2 weeks before they were set to have Thanksgiving with their families. The photographers ended up even catching TJ grabbing Amy's butt, which I'm sure is a moment that is pretty hard to explain away. After the affair became public, it was reported that they both were temporarily suspended while the show and the network undertook an investigation to make sure that this affair didn't violate the company's policy. But it wasn't long after this investigation that the company came out with a statement that said, "After several productive conversations with Amy and TJ about different options, we all agree it's best for everyone that they move on from ABC News."